Welcome to the explanation of the Year 10 Semester 2 PASS Theory Assessment task. It's task 3A. It'll be issued to you in week 2 of term 3 and it'll be due on Friday the 8th of September in week 8. To submit your assignment, once you've completed it, you'll be going to a Google form, which I'll show you later on in this explanation. And in the Google form, you'll need to enter a link to a digital essay before 11:55 p.m. on Friday, the 8th of September. Now, if you finish it earlier than that, then that's absolutely fine. You complete the Google form and your assessment is done. I'll explain the digital essay component later on, so you're not concerned about that. The idea behind this assessment task is to look at your understanding of coaching, in which you'll be doing coaching for both the theory and practical components this term. In part A, we're looking at your research skills, and you're looking at researching current sporting coaching practices in a number of different sports. And we want you to research video footage, and in the video footage, we want you to find 3 different coaching styles, and you will need to find a different video and different sport for each coaching style. That's one of the aspects of your research. You will also need to research what the coach's code of behavior is, and then try and find videos or a video that showcase how the coach's code of behavior in action. And we want to try to get you to see it from an under 7s level, for example, so junior level, all the way up to a professional team. So these videos will need to be included in your digital essay format for part B, which we'll go through shortly. So you'll need to research some of the components, coach's code of behavior, the coaching styles, and then try and find videos that display that. And these videos will need to be embedded, or the links shown in part B. For part B, as I said, it'll be a digital essay format, and I'll explain that down here after we go through the questions. So using the videos you researched, you need to answer this. Why do sports coaches utilize insightful questions as a teaching method? So you need to use examples to support your understanding of why they use questioning as a way of coaching. The second aspect is to evaluate 3 different coaching styles. So up here, you found videos for coaching styles, and then here you need to evaluate them. So looking at that key term, not just describing, evaluate the 3 different coaching styles and use examples from your video to support your understanding of that evaluation. The next section looks at you examining the reasons why it is important to have a coach's code of behavior. Not just describe again, and use examples from your video that showcase positive aspects of coaching code of behavior and maybe possibly negative aspects when the code of behavior is not being used, and show why it is important to have it at all levels of sport. The last section, you are required to choose a sport and then look at a pathway, a teenager, say someone around your age, who wants to be a accredited coach in that sport, and then look at what's the pathway for them from a coach at a junior level all the way up to a professional level. So what accreditation do they need? What certificates do they need? What experience do they need? So you need to illustrate that, show images, show a pathway in which someone might want to be, for example, a rugby league coach at a junior level, and then how would they become a junior level coach all the way through to the NRL. So it needs to be a career pathway. As I said previously, once you've completed your digital essay, which we'll go through shortly, you need to go to this Google form here. So copy or just press on this link into a new tab and it'll take you to this, where you simply put in your name, your email, your teacher's name, and then the link to your digital essay, which I'll talk about shortly. If you don't put your name in it or your email in it, then you simply won't get a mark. So the digital essay, it's a different format. We're trying to challenge you and let you become creative learners. We want you to use a technical or a digital form that suits your level of ability. One thing it can't be, it cannot be a Word document or Google document. We want to challenge you and get you to try to present things like you would in the 21st century. It can be a number of ways. So we're opening it up to a number of different ways that you can do it. You can use a blog platform if you choose. There's some examples there. Or a web platform, which we've given you examples here. Or a slide program, or what I call a digital essay format. And I'm going to show you an example of that shortly. There are so many different options for you to use, and we want you to be creative. But we're also trying to get you to showcase your work in a different form. So the example I'm going to show you today is Roojum. And if you just Google it, it'll take you to that website. And here's a complete product. This is what I see once you share me the link. The link will take me to this, for example, if you decide to use Roojum. And I will simply go through your assignment. It's like chapters really of your assignment. So if I press start here, you'll be able to see what things you can do, how you can present things. And you can be creative as you want. As you can see, most of this is written format, which is still really important. So there still needs to be a written aspect of this. And throughout the assignment, there can be links to different things. It might be to a diagram, it might be to a journal article, it might be to a graph or a video, whatever it is. So that way you're showing your skills in terms of your technical format. You can embed the videos. So as I said for part A, you need to include the videos. Well, here's a way you can embed it. You can actually show them without putting the link in there, and they're ready for me to watch. And throughout here, you can see there are different chapters, and I'll just take you to the end where we've got references. And throughout your work, where you research something, you simply put it in a reference section. That's extremely important. Okay, you need to identify where you got your work from. So there's a simple, very brief example of a digital essay format. As I said before, you need to make sure whatever format you use, whether it's a blog platform, web platform, a slide program, you need to make sure that your web links work, okay? Make sure the titles are clear, and try and use as many different things as you can. So videos, audio, slides, images, whatever it might be, to really showcase your own and support your understanding. But don't forget the written aspect. There still needs to be that written aspect in your digital essay. Once you have completed your assignment, as you should be doing already, go to the marking criteria and see, where do I fit? You can see here 4 or more videos need to be included in your digital essay. I would suggest you'd probably have 5 or 6 or 7 if you're really going to do well. But if you had the 3 different coaching styles and a video on the coach's code of behavior, you would end up with at least 4, and probably more if you really want to show your understanding of it. And go through each aspect and say, have I responded to that? So if I really want a 17 to 20 out of 20, have I really met these criteria? That's really important that you do that. And can I suggest you get your parents or your mates or a teacher to read through your work so it makes sense? There's nothing worse than marking a digital format and spelling being wrong just simply because you haven't read it. You can find this assignment on the school website, or you can go to the Google PDHPE site, which I've shared the link with you previously, and you just take yourself to the PASS aspect, 10 PASS assessment and study resources. And as your other ones are up there too, we go down to term 3. And you will see here we have your theory task there, and you can click on it and get that if you're trying to look for it again. As I said, it's important to do that. So you can see that if you were using Rujum, for example, which not everyone has to use, please feel free to be creative and use your own. There'd be a shared link on most of those. Okay, and if you're having trouble with that, you can come and ask me, and I can help you through that. And if this was my assignment, I'd click on the share, and I could copy and paste this into your Google form, as you can see there. And then I fill out the other parts, I'd submit, and that would come to me, and I could see that you have completed it. If this link here does not work, then I have no record of your assignment. So you telling me that the link doesn't work, that really just disadvantages you. You need to test it out. You need to get the link, click on it yourself, or give it to a mate, get him to click on it, and make sure your assignment, your digital essay works, that looks perfect, because I'm only going to mark what I see, not what you suggest. I was there and it doesn't work anymore. So I do wish you all the best for this assignment. It's going to be challenging, and we can do it during some of our classes, so we can really learn together and challenge ourselves as learning. We really think you guys are up to the challenge of doing something as hard as this, but it'll also give you an idea of what it takes to be a coach. If you want to be a coach of all levels, what do you need to do? And at the end of it, I'll have all the links from all the digital essays, and I'll be able to again put it on our PDHPE website, so that everyone can see everyone else's assignment, click on it, and have a look at some of the great work you guys have been doing. Again, we'll be going through this in class, but please use this video as a way of starting your assignment, and hopefully it gives you some boundaries and ideas as to what you need to do to succeed this term in our coaching. Thank you.